President Ibrahim Traore, the captain, the king of Africa, is one man who is full of wisdom. He's a man who really knows what to do, at what time, and how to do it. He has been fighting for Africa, and he has been doing all things to make sure Burkina Faso is a country that is rising up, because the things he's doing and how he is working really shows that this is a man who is at work. And he is doing one very important thing that I really like and I really love: making Africans and making people, especially from Burkina Faso, to understand that the responsibility of making sure that revolution is coming and liberation is coming, the responsibilities of making sure that the freedom will be there and the freedom will come, is on the hands of the people of Burkina Faso. And he is trying to paint an image to all Africans that the revolution and the freedom that we are looking for in Africa is in our hands. That responsibility is in our hands. That is why he is using every single youth and every single people in Burkina Faso to make sure they're being engaged in every step, in every single process of making sure there is no terrorism in Burkina Faso, and there is no terrorism in the like they've swiped terrorism away of Burkina Faso. He is using the people of Burkina Faso. This is to show us that even those youths who are looking forward, maybe can easily be bribed so that they can be able to maybe do 1, 2, 3 things that are not good, to maybe to destroy the peace in the country. They cannot be used, because now, an idle mind's the devil's workshop. But he is engaging all of them in these activities to make sure that things will work well. Because if you are the person who is creating, or you are part of the people who are building something, if someone comes and pays you to demolish that thing and it took you time to build it, you will definitely say no, because your hand in building this particular thing, your hand was involved in building this particular thing. So for you to come again and destroy it, it's very difficult. Let's see what he is saying in this speech.
80% of my time it's war. But that doesn't stop us from keeping an eye on the economic life in power. It's a promise you made to me, and I want you to keep your promise. I don't want to hear anymore. We're being attacked. We see them coming. We agree, right? You will mobilize your people to dig trenches and protect yourselves. By the time the machines arrive at your place, to deepen the trenches and do it. It's you who defend the communities, the villages. If you get there, you tell them, get out, we're digging here. The enemy must not roll through here. We dig deep, we close it off, and we settle over there. Your own post's there. And at one point I had something worked out and I said, send it to you. Everyone has talked to you about it, the ministers, the BVDP, so that people build, for example, combat posts. Where the rain hasn't really started yet, make the bricks well, build the posts. I asked for images of the different posts in some villages, and I saw that some have done it with laziness as well. You can't have a post even if you built all that down there. And there, your head is out. How are you fighting? Well, the image we sent shows there are loopholes. These are the holes through which you have to fight. And when we say to build posts, we don't mean to build just 1 or 2. It needs to be done all around the village, because combat isn't just about one position. Others are building 3 or 4 posts. That's good for the village. No! Get the villagers out, have them build. We provided some models. But tell me, just between us, there are many unbuilt positions. No. What am I supposed to do? Do I have to come and build it myself in your place? But if I tell you that this thing was thought out in my office, and I got a young officer who made the 3D model, and we spread the word, and I told the different leaders to make sure it gets done. It's because even at every moment we're thinking of you. We're thinking of you. I'm saying there isn't a single incident. Attack on the VDP post. or whatever. I'm not aware. There aren't any. Unfortunately, in some areas, people have refused to give themselves up. It's an understanding for our own lives. Who is going to pay you? After, we still shout that there are a minimum of things we should be able to do ourselves. I told you that most of you, like me, were born into a system, a caring system, where a lot is expected from others. But what are we doing ourselves for our country? That's it. That's the question we need to ask ourselves now. When I learned that, I was a bit disappointed. Protect yourself. You're asking them to pay you. He will have the money to pay you. Go out and dig. There are certain towns I followed where I told them to go out and dig. They didn't want to, they stayed, and some even went out. Walking under manipulation, he agrees you will dig. A week later, they dug. Today, these towns are more or less at peace. Anyway, either the enemy comes, he runs into the obstacle you've created, and then you have time to fight him there. If he comes to close in, you need to be there. Because if you dig, it doesn't mean you can sleep. It's about preventing him moving and reaching where he wants. And where he has to pass, you need to be there all the time. If he comes to force his way to redo your work, you need to take him down. But once you're caught off guard, you're no longer a man. To regain the upper hand, it's difficult. And when you see things like that, it hurts. Even if you have a collective weapon and your defense isn't strong, the enemy can roll right up to your position. That's not good. Even if you've built what you're told to build there, without putting up a front, you need to dig the trenches. If he wants to roll in fighting, he has to fall into it. Or he stops over there, he gets down to try to cross, and you have time to adjust your shots. Is that complicated? So there's work to be done. We can't be lazy. You need to mobilize the population. It's not just about you doing your job. All your people need to understand that you are choosing to sacrifice yourself for them. So when you tell them to get out of work, they need to get out. The other day, there was an attack. I followed everything and tried to find out what happened. People were surprised. No. When you have a collective weapon, the first thing is you must not be caught off guard. You need to see the enemy and get ready to face him. Every time it was attack, attack, attack. I told the pilots to go film to show me. Did they build the posts? Did they dig? No, there wasn't much. There was nothing. So we will force you and you will force them.
So the youth of Burkina Faso and the people of Burkina Faso are engaged in every single step, okay, of making this work, like making this work complete. Because, you see, he isn't forcing people to do this work. He is telling people they're supposed to engage and you're supposed to be part of the people who are actually making this work complete. Because it is our desire as people of Burkina Faso and as people of Africa that one day we shall live with that freedom we want. One day we shall live with that peace that we want. But how is that peace going to come? That peace going to come is if all of us are going to engage into these activities and into this work to make sure we are actually acquiring this peace. Of course, nothing good comes easy and nothing good comes on a silver platter. You must work for it. There is nothing that is good that can just come anyhow. We have to go out and we have to do this work ourselves using our own hands to make sure we are achieving this. Okay? So that when a time comes where terrorism wants to occur, we will be saved and we will be safe. Where will that safety have come from? That safety will have come from you people who took time to make sure you are building something or you are making something. It is good to actually close a hole before the whole wall, the wall falls down. So Ibrahim Traore, he is saying that people are supposed to work towards these things. I give you instructions, you go out there and you work it out. Instructions I give, you go out there and you work it out, because you are the people. We black people, we Africans, we are the people who can be able to save this nation if we want to save this nation. We are the people who can be able to save this continent if we want to save this continent, because we have the authority and we have the mandate. We do not expect other people from any other places to come and help us be able to do and to implement or to align and to put down the measures we're supposed to put to make sure we are saving Africa. No. That work can only be done by us, we black people, we Africans, okay? Because Africa is our continent. These countries that are in Africa are our countries. We are the black people, we are the Africans. Africa belongs to us. Okay, if Africa is in crisis today, if our countries are in crisis today, the people who can be able to solve those crises very easily, number one, are we black people. So we should work as black people, as Africans, to make sure we are putting all these things to an end, because nobody else will come and do it for us. Ibrahim Traore has been very clear. You do it, or if you don't do it, it's going to, at the end of the day, it's going to mess you up yourself. Because when these people come, the first people they will destroy, it is you. So you have to do what I'm saying. It is a good leadership. That's a good kind of leadership. And it's a very good speech he has given. Because as a leader, you need to understand. You need to understand your people, and you need to know how you're doing things. Because Traore cannot come and start doing these things alone. Okay? He has the responsibility of actually giving the way forward and making tough decisions that other presidents couldn't make. Okay, and therefore, if he says this one is the right way to go, or this is how we are supposed to do, he cannot also again carry you to that direction. He will tell you this is the way to go. Let us follow this way to where we are going, or to our destination. So let us be able to support when people of Burkina Faso and people of Africa. What I'm saying again is that when these leaders are asking us to do 1, 2, 3 things, what we're supposed to do is to support them with all our heart, with all our mind, with all our hands, and everything we have. By doing that, we are giving them the energy and the strength. It's like we're encouraging them to keep on working for us and to keep on delivering for us. Because Ibrahim Traore, if people of Burkina Faso would have opposed him, or if they would be disrespectful and disobedient, Burkina Faso would not be where it is today. And even Ibrahim Traore, maybe he would have never reached the place he have reached today. But he is there today because the people of Burkina Faso are doing what he is telling them to do. Africans from all over the Africa, everywhere you are, let us unite ourselves. Let us join hands together and work these things out. It is our responsibility, we as the people of Africa, to make sure we are ending imperialism, to make sure we are ending oppression, to make sure we are ending colonization, to make sure we are ending bad governance, to make sure we are ending the divides all over. It is our responsibility. It is our responsibility to make sure that we are putting away and we are ending terrorism in the land of Africa, because this terrorism are being brought by people who do not want Africans to proceed, to progress, and to go anywhere. So they keep on bringing whatever they want to bring in that is going to distract our minds, that is going to make us fall sick, that is going to kill us, that is going to actually confuse our minds, so that they can be able to invade in Africa freely, and no sober mind can wake up and tell them no. That is what they want. So for us to be able to get this, to liberate Africa, to get this freedom, we need to take the responsibilities on our own hands, as Ibrahim Traore is trying to say. When we decide to take the responsibilities in our own hands, we are good to go. That is all we're supposed to do, and that is what we need to do as the people of Africa, and as Africans in particular. Let us be able to do this, because it is only we ourselves who can be able to do it. One leader alone, he cannot be able to do it. He needs our support. He needs us to work with him. He needs us to say, yeah, Mr. President, there now, you're doing good. And by doing that, we are going to be conquerors. I want to tell me on the comment section, what did you felt about that speech he has just given? Because he said his life is war. Throughout 24/7, his life is war. And war is the most important thing we're supposed to stop. By stopping war, we can be able to do our things and our works freely. Do let me know what you have to say in the comment section. I'll do my best to make sure I'm reading all of them and give a response. And if you're first time to be here, make sure you press the subscribe box for the returning subscriber. Thank you so much for being here. May God bless you so much. My black brothers from Caribbean, from diaspora, and from Africa in particular, I love you so much, guys. Adios, muchachos.